The fire drill is a shape drill designed to develop optimal movement patterns in non-contact training capacities. This drill can be added to in-season and off-season warm-up routines, individual practice periods, strength and conditioning activities, and players can of course incorporate this drill into their pre-practice routine or skill work on their own at home. As with most of our cuff drills, players can work the fire drill with or without the lev cuffs on. We recommend using the lev cuffs as a starting point to train players to maintain their hands in the guard position, which is explained in detail in our 2-point coil instructional segment.
All right, so the first drill we're going to teach is we call the fire drill, and this is a drill to develop the 2-point coil posture, which is the pre-contact position for all position players. It allows players to move multi-directionally while maintaining perfect posture to deliver an on-time strike and also to move laterally to adjust to an opponent's movement across from you. So we're going to work on this, and a couple key components we're really developing here. Obviously the coil posture again. We want to start with a good base. Always start drills with a base. Check your base. We don't want to work. We want to work from the ground all the way up the body. So starting with our base, we have a triangular base. Our toes are pointed out slightly. We want to make sure our weight is distributed on the insteps of our feet. We don't want to be on the edges of our feet. We want to have our knees inside of our ankles and our hips inside of our knees. So we got that nice triangle. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is going to bring our hands together. We got a tennis ball, and you'll see what we're going to do with this. We're going to roll the ball to simulate some movement of the hands so the hands stay active as we move. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to condense. Okay, so now that we got our base, we're going to condense our body. We got our hands together holding the ball. Our hands are in the guard position, which is out in front of the body with a good spacing of about 4 to 8 inches in front of the torso. Our head and eyes are up. And the purpose of this drill is again to work up posture and with movement. So you can do this in pre-practice. This is a shape drill, something you can do in the weight room. You can do in off-season warm-ups, etc. We're going to put place the ball between our hands. We're going to just go about 5 yards. We're going to move forward, firing our feet with tight steps. We don't want their feet to come off the ground. Okay, so, and simultaneously we'll roll the ball. Okay, you want to notice my feet are I'm not taking long steps. I'm taking very short, tight steps, and the back foot will actually just replace. So we're never going to have a big stagger in front of us. That's important for contact, to make sure both feet are grounded, parallel, and our body's condensed in this coil posture.
When conducting the fire drill with multiple players, set cones up at the starting line and another set of cones at the finish line 5 yards away. As more players are added to the drill, there is a higher tendency for players to rush through the drill. We call this the fire drill because it develops rapid foot fire with active hands while maintaining the perfect coil posture. Keep in mind, RPMs, or revolutions per minute, are more important than how fast a player can reach the finish line. Coaches, check to make sure your players are taking tight steps and their feet remain as close to the ground as possible from start to finish. As players become more proficient in this skill, it's okay to extend the distance to 10 yards, but not before.